The Bills and wide receiver Khalil Shakir agreed to terms on a 4-year contract extension worth up to $60.2 million, including $32 million guaranteed at signing. Connor, I think Shakir is, speaking of underrated players, he's just perennially underrated, and we kind of forget that he is, I think, pretty clearly the wide receiver one for Josh Allen.
100 targets in a Josh Allen-led offense. Sign me up for the following year of this, in a year where they bring in Amari Cooper for a third-round pick, and it didn't matter. That's what jumped out to me, Matthew, is that Amari Cooper gets there. They drafted Keon Coleman. They brought in a lot of – Dalton Kincaid was supposed to have a massive jump. And Khalil Shakir not only held his own, but established himself as the guy above all those other names.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, and he was a favorite target for all the guys. You mentioned Cooper and Keon Coleman and Mac Hollins. What I mean? But there were all these perimeter guys.
A free agent.
Yeah, but there were all these perimeter guys, and Shakir was the guy that Josh Allen every single week. That was the one guy in that Bills offense that you could count on to get a decent amount of looks, and so. Again, more of a wide receiver 3 in PPR, probably a better player for the Bills than he is a fantasy asset.
Right.
But it's nice to see he had a breakout year, and it's nice to see the Bills reward him. And it's just another weapon for Josh Allen, who is still my number one quarterback in fantasy.
Yeah, I think even if you were to get a better version of like an outside receiver for the Bills, I think Khalil Shakir still he'll have his same value, whatever that may be in fantasy, because that's simply the guy that Josh Allen looks for when he's in trouble. He knows Khalil Shakir can take the ball at short distance and make a big play out of that.
Yep. Last news item for us. Browns GM Andrew Berry said he expects Nick Chubb to hit the market. Matthew, you'd be a poor man betting against Nick Chubb to overcome the odds over the journey, but he did look, and it's hard to know because he's coming off such a traumatic injury behind a tough offensive line, but he clearly didn't look like himself when he came back.
He didn't. He turned 29 last December as well. He's had injuries as well. Never had a game with over 60 rushing yards last year. You expect him to be better, another year removed from the injury as well. But he's probably going to have to sign. Connor, you have a better sense of this than I do, but my guess is he'll sign a 1-year prove-it deal.
Look at Aaron Jones last year. It was 1 year, $7 million. I don't even know if Chubb gets that.
Yeah, exactly. I could see like 1 year, 1 year, 4.5,
incentives.
1 year, 5, with a bunch of incentives as well. And so, I think he'll be a flyer. He'll be in some sort of committee.
The Cowboys' number 2 running back.
I was going to say, let's get him to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very on brand.
He get to Dallas with the same running back room, and he's like healthy.
Rico Dowdle's a free agent.
Yep.
I mean,
So
you might be on to something.
The fantasy angle of this to me is I'm watching that Browns first pick in the second, that 33rd overall pick, and what running back are they going to be looking at and how relevant that guy will be in fantasy. If it's Amari and Hampton, forget it.
Instant relevancy right there.
Massive.
You go back to Nick Chubb, who was a second-round pick for them. He be instant impact. You go back even further to Trent Richardson.
Right.
Like, that was his best year as a rookie for the Browns. So, that is a good call, Connor. Whoever they take right there, running back, it's up for them.
Especially because it is an insanely deep running back class. For those that haven't gotten into it,
Loaded.
we're going to get into that in a little bit here, Connor, with you and your big board. But, yes, it's an insanely loaded running back class. So, if you're the Browns, wait on running back, and you could get someone. They probably can get someone in the third as well. But I'm with you. Whoever the Browns draft is going to be immediately fantasy viable.
Yep.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.